day at Walk-Ons is just different. And it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block. Hand peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp. Hand carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys. And hand slicing, then tossing our boneless wings in our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day. The Walk-Ons way.
When you're blessed with a God-given talent, by golly gee willikers, you use it. Introducing the new thick-style burgers from Milo's. Everybody goes to Milo's.
Creative Entertainment is a full entertainment company providing DJs, photo booths, live bands, 360 booths, cold spark, special effects, and so much more. We are so honored to be partnered with Clay Chalkville High School as their entertainment sponsor for this year. We would love to be a part of your next event, whether it's a wedding, corporate event, private party, you name it. Our information is here below. Please click the website or give us a call. We look forward to being a part of your next event.
I'm Brett Rogers, your trusted local real estate expert and the owner of the Brett Rogers Realty Group at Keller Williams. My team and myself take pride in making the home selling or buying process as painless and easy as possible. While a transaction can be stressful, we make it our job to take as much stress off of you so that you can enjoy your investments. We are not just here to sell houses, we are here to build relationships that will last a lifetime while helping your home dreams come true. When working for buyers, we work tirelessly to get you into a home at the best price and help you make sound decisions for your family. When the time comes for you to sell that home, we are here with the marketing expertise to showcase your property to the fullest and get you the greatest amount of profit into your pocket. We are here to guide you every step of the way with honesty and trust as our core values. Pick a partner you can trust when your biggest investment is on the line. You can visit our website at brettrogersrealtor.com or you can call me anytime at 205-540-1182. And let's get you to the closing table.
to the 49, and that's going to be a first down for the Cougars. Fly's pass is complete, and no one is in front of him. Number 2, Damari Staples with the grab and the score.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Big Clay Coaches Show right here at Walk-Ons in Trussville. What a week we have had to kick things off. We had a great show last week. We're glad you were with us. So we're here with another big show. The Cougars coming off a huge 28-7 win over the Golden Gophers of Hueytown. So we're going to get into that a little bit. We're going to get into our players of the week. We got a special interview for you guys, just a loaded show, and we're going to get started here. I'm here with Coach Stuart Floyd. How you feeling, Coach?
Better than last week.
So I guess it kind of gets easier as it goes on?
I don't know about that, but it's good.
Well, I mean, you're down there on the sideline. You got a few thousand people got their eyeballs on you. So this is just a coach's show. This should be a piece of cake, right?
Yeah.
You would think.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know who's watching out there in eyeball land or smartphone land or whatever that is, but I guarantee you they love you. And that 28-7 win was a great way to kick off the season. How was it getting that first win as a head coach? Now, for those of you who might have missed last week, this guy right here was the quarterback of the state championship 99 team. He was the offensive coordinator in 2014 when the Cougars won that state title, in 15 when they returned to play Spanish Fort, and last year when we defeated Saraland. And
again.
Defeated Saraland again. That's absolutely right. We did defeat Saraland in 14. So thank you for that reminder, Coach. But how does it feel now? You know, you're the player, now you're the coach, and you get that first win.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good. It's been a long 8 or 9 months, and it felt like you had a really good Christmas present, and you didn't really know what it was under the tree, and you had to wait a long time, but it was good.
Well, you know, first question people normally ask is, was there any kind of apprehension? You know, you're coming in from the coordinator position to the head coaching position, and to be honest with you, there's an element of familiarity, not just from the fact that you have a long history with Clay Chalkville, but, you know, you lose a lot of players, great players, that are at the D1 level and other levels, and you say, okay, we're finally hitting the field, this is real, and it's on. What were the kind of thoughts that were going through your head?
I mean, I thought everything was good. I think it was really good for us to play Opelika in the spring. I thought they were going to be a good team maybe this year with, I think they had like 38 seniors. And so I thought maybe playing an experienced team in the spring would be pretty good for us. So we kind of had that dress rehearsal. But, It was good. It was good. I wasn't really apprehensive at all, honestly, because we do lose kids, but so do other teams. The other teams we're playing, they lose kids too. So you don't really know until you get out there and see body for body how you match up. But I felt pretty good.
And I would agree with that. There's a lot of folks out there, and, I've been around the program for a long time, and they would ask me, do you think he's nervous? I said, I just don't see that. It's kind of like, the same old shoes that he's been wearing all this time. He just puts his feet in them and goes about his business.
Yeah, I never really get nervous for football games. I was more nervous for my kids playing than anything. But I don't get nervous, with football games or anything like that.
That is awesome. Now, I know there is a Mrs. Floyd, and maybe putting her on the spot, maybe putting you on the spot a little bit, because, as a coach's wife, and now you're the head coach, and those expectations goes up, I guarantee you I could see the glow on the family. They were so proud of you.
Yeah.
What was that like with that reception from the family getting that first win?
Yeah, I have a big crew that, a big family, extended family that, that supports me in a lot of things that I do. So it's always special to have all those people there.
Yeah, and I don't know who it was that made that pink lemonade I had Friday night, but it was delicious. I hope I see that again.
If I had to guess. A lot of sugar.
That's right. So let's talk about the Hueytown game a little bit. There was you got the media pundits out there. They always, they have their ideas of how things are going to go. And, after the game, a lot of them are like, well, looks like the same old Clay. How did you feel about, the Cougars' performance against Hueytown and coming out the gate?
It was good. I mean, if you just go back and watch the film, I thought we were pretty dominant on both sides of the ball. We had a lull in the second quarter offensively where we had probably 3 third and shorts that we didn't really convert, and they were kind of, self-inflicted mistakes. And I thought we really could have probably put the game out of reach at that point. But I thought defensively they played really well. They got after, the quarterback, and, caused a lot of penalties with the movement we were doing. And but I think the thing that kind of, put a bad taste in our mouth was just the penalties and that comes from a young team and young guys making those mistakes. So that kind of, overshadowed a lot of the good things that we did on the field. But overall, I mean, anytime you win a game, it's good.
Yeah, and that was one of the key issues that, I had noted that there was a number, like you mentioned, the immaturity, because there was a lot of personal foul.
Yeah, I think we set a record on that.
I forgot how many yards were cost due to that, and I can definitely understand the emotion that goes into that. How do you talk to the players to get them to settle down and understand not only the impact of finding themselves in that situation, but understanding that not every opponent is going to be the opponent that you can beat with a number of penalties like that.
Yeah, I think that was the big takeaway, was just you can't make those mistakes and give a great team, a championship caliber team, extra yards, extra drives, extend the chain, so to speak. So we can't put ourselves in those situations, but I think the way that you kind of take care of that is you got to practice that and practice every day. And so like today, some of them were doing something stupid and we just get on the line and start running. And so if we can't learn the lessons by talking to them, we'll just run it out of them.
That's one way to get it out of them. I've seen Clay Chalkwell over the years, and it looks like it's hey, we know how to get it done and get it corrected. So from the offense, Fry looked very crisp. You said he had about 250 so yards passing. I believe he went 10 or 14. You had the big run, big yak, yard after catch by Staples. What are the key takeaways offensively did you see in the game?
In the first quarter, I thought we started really well. And then we had that lull in the second quarter. Come out in the third quarter, and we go 3-and-out and punt, but we actually get a turnover on the punt, and then we score off of that. And then, pretty much at that point, we had the game kind of, in the bag, so to speak. And so it was really just, run the ball, get the game over with, and let's move on to the next game. But he did play well. I thought we, had a good plan for what he does well. And so we got to cater the game plan to him, every week. And then just, had a pretty good idea of what they were going to do. And so I felt pretty good about the plan going into it.
Yeah, now, defensively, they look really good.
Yeah.
Penalties aside, which we had already addressed, they were able to get after the quarterback, which, my expectation, hey, the Cougars are going to be good and aggressive. And did you see that, all the aggressiveness that you wanted to see out of the defense?
Yeah, we saw a lot of aggressiveness, sometimes too much. But no, I thought collectively they got to the ball. I think we maybe only had 2 or 3 missed tackles total for the whole game, so that's pretty good. But I thought the speed in which we had, and collectively getting there and gang tackling, I thought was pretty good.
And there was a particular play that caught my attention during the game. Huey Town's quarterback was able to find a little bit of daylight, and I know there was, like you're saying, gang tackling, and there were, kind of had that, wrap up kind of thing. And I guess that's something, once you get that first game out of the way and you kind of get into that rhythm, that kind of takes care of itself, making sure you wrap up completely and not let sometimes you'll run into that one guy that's a super athlete.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw that last year in the championship game, dealing with a Ryan Williams or a KJ Lacey from Saraland, making sure you wrap up and closing business, if you will.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about that just in general, in the one-on-ones where they kind of, break down and tackle?
I thought we tackled pretty well in space. But I think that's something you got to practice, So like today, we're out there tackling, going to the ground. I know a lot of teams don't do that because they fear injury and losing players, but I think it's a mentality. And so if your kids are used to that and they get calloused up, they get used to that. So I thought they did pretty good.
Well, that's great. Now, the players, how did they respond, obviously, with you getting your first win, and, of course, obviously responding to, getting coached up with the penalties and just getting better in general? How did the players respond overall to the win, and, how did they react when you kind of sit and you debrief the game as a team and individually?
Well, I don't think they really care about me winning a game. They just, anytime we can win a game, that's a part of our goals. But I think all the penalties kind of overshadowed everything, and I think that's the main thing that I was focused on, because that'll come up and bite you in a crucial time later in the year. So that was kind of our main focus when we talked.
Well, I'm glad to see you guys, get the win. I think that's a fantastic way to start. Hueytown is.
I even had William, the super fan, send me a message about the penalties. So it's serious.
When number one sends you a message,
when William sends you a message about the penalties, we got issues.
Yeah, that's something else. I hope you shared that with the team.
Oh, I did.
So
Monday morning.
Because I tell you, he's got that megaphone that he runs around with on the sideline. And if you've ever seen number one and he has this megaphone, if he turns towards there and starts yelling at Coach Floyd about penalties, yeah, you got something going on there. But he's a valuable asset, and he's a great guy to have around, a great supporter of the Cougars in all kinds of facets. So, with that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to get into our Players of the Week and let them introduce themselves and get into the interview. So we'll be right back from Walk-Ons right here in Trussville. It's the Big Clay Coaches Show. We'll be back in just a moment.
Walk-Ons is just different, and it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand-cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block, hand-peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp, hand-carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys, and hand-slicing, then tossing our boneless wings in our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day, the Walk-Ons way.
Creative Entertainment is a full entertainment company providing DJs, photo booths, live bands, 360 booths, cold spark, special effects, and so much more. We are so honored to be partnered with Clay Chalk Bowl High School as their entertainment sponsor for this year. We would love to be a part of your next event, whether it's a wedding, corporate event, private party, you name it. Our information's here below. Please click the website or give us a call. We look forward to being a part of your next event.
When you're blessed with a God-given talent, by golly gee willikers, you use it. Introducing the new thick style burgers from Milo's.
Everybody goes to Milo's.
All right, fans, let's make some noise. We got our players of the week here with us. We're at Walk-Ons here in Trussville. I'm Freddie Flowers, the voice of the Cougars. As I was saying, we've got our players of the week. I'm going to let these guys introduce themselves because to me they need no introduction based on what I saw Friday night. Go ahead, you got the microphone.
I'm Jabari Staples. I'm Randall Cole. My name is Corey Zeller.
All right, we're going to start out with Mr. Staples here. Jabari, how did you feel after Friday night? You guys got the win, and I'm still trying to find that jet engine that you had strapped to you on that long yak is what I call it. You know what yak is? You're a receiver, right? You're about the yak, right? Yards after catch. So how did you feel about that?
After the game, I really wasn't worried too much about my performance. I was just happy we got the win. I just wanted to show everybody that we the still same Clay. Like, ain't nothing different, nothing going to change.
So how you feel about your quarterback, Aaron Fry? Now, I've known Aaron a long time. I actually coached him in youth ball. So it was really special for me to see him zip that thing on a rope to you. What's your relationship with your quarterback like as a quarterback to receiver?
I got full confidence in Aaron. I feel like he's the best quarterback in the country to me.
I love it. Now, your stablemates, you guys were running around and everything else. I know, and he was spreading that ball around, and that's a sign of a great quarterback right there. Everybody gets a slice of that cake. And how do you push your teammates? How do you push the other receivers?
It's all about competition. We just compete to see who's going to be the best and who's going to have the best game, who's going to block the best, who's going to run the best route, who's going to have the best touchdown. It's just all about competition. Because, as long as we compete, we just pushing each other to be better than what we was last week or the day before.
And coaching up the younger guys, how do you do that as far as being a receiver? Of course, you got Coach Burdett out there. He was a receiver one time. I watched him catch balls on the field. What's it like working with him?
Coach B is probably one of my favorite coaches I ever played for in my whole entire life. He's like a player's coach. He knows, he understands the game. He explains stuff very well for you to understand so you can get it. He's just an amazing coach.
Well, that's great. Now I'm gonna ask you to pass that mic to Junior. Now I'm calling you Junior. What's that real name again?
Randall Cole.
Because I know now this kid in middle school, I called him Randall. He says Junior. I said, but your name is Randall Junior.
Every time.
And I've known his parents for a long time, and his parents told me, call him Junior. That's the only way you're going to get him to respond. Now, you are creating a lot of problems that opened up a whole lot of activity in the backfield for Hueytown. Tell me what your thoughts were going into the game and what your intentions were.
To be honest, my thoughts were just to go out there and do me and have fun. I told Colton, my D tackle, and I told Patrick Smith, my DN, just go out there and have fun, because you go out there and have fun, just do your part, because you don't got to worry about what everybody else saying in the social media. Just go out there and have fun and do your job, because it was a lot of negativity talking about we going to lose, we don't have nobody, but we showed up, showed out, so I get on that.
Now, you're playing a little bit different of a position than you did previously. You like that now?
Yes, sir. I like that I'm freed up on the edge now, so I really have more fun to work moves and get jiggy with it. Get jiggy.
You heard it here, folks. He gets jiggy with it on the D-line. There's nothing wrong with that. I guess I'm going to have to make a call to Will Smith for gimmick infringement or something. Oh, my goodness. So when you're out there and, you're getting that double team, how do you feel about that? Because, hey, if they're giving you the double team, you know what that's doing for your teammates.
Yeah, sometimes I do not like double teams because, I'm more of a make the play, but I can't be so selfish, so I got to take on double teams. But I know how to split double teams, so I got to do my job, though. As long as I do my job, I depend on everybody else to make the plays. So I fit my gap, everybody else fit their gap, they make the play. So I can't really get mad, but I'm happy.
And that is absolutely huge. Well, I certainly appreciate that, Junior. So I'm going to pass that microphone on down. And you've got it. Reintroduce yourself to the fans.
My name is Nakari Allen, outside linebacker, number 13.
Oh, yeah. Now, make sure you say, because I know you had to get on me last year. You said, you're not pronouncing my name right.
Yes, sir.
You came up to me immediately after the game and found me and said, you are not pronouncing my name right. Say it nice and loud so that the fans know.
Nakari Allen.
That is Nakarius, not Nakarius, not Necarius, Nakarius. So we want to make sure we get that right for all the people out there that are watching, because he certainly lets me have it every year. And but he is absolutely fun to watch. So you had a great night as well, and a lot of that's attributed to what Junior was doing, because if they have to double team him, then they're trying to double team you. So how do you feel about your performance on Friday night?
Well, I felt good. I started a little slow. Everybody was making plays and stuff. And then I came to the sideline, talked to my teammates and stuff, and get them confidence and stuff so we can get this win.
You want to bring the mic a little closer?
Gave them confidence stuff so we can get this win. And Junior play on my side, so I know he's a dog. Everybody on defense was a dog. We all come in and win. We ain't selfish at all. We do what we got to do, and we win. And then my coaching staff, too. Coach Halverson, we getting a little arguments all the time. But at the end of the day, I know he's doing the right thing for me. He put me in the right place.
Hey, you know he's watching, right?
Yeah. And my head coach, too. We get a little argument, too.
But I would say that that's a bit of a testament to like you said, you guys have that dog in you. You got that fire in you. And, I've known these guys a long time. And if they, if you're biting back a little bit now, you have to understand what I mean. You got to know where to get off of it, because you can find yourself in a bad way. But they like that fire out of you guys. Wouldn't you agree? You think the coaches like to see that fire in you?
Yes, sir.
And especially if you have something to offer, how do you feel about the coaches, and feedback from the players?
I feel good about it because they don't never doubt it. They always trying to keep us up. Even though we probably have bad plays or do bad things, they always come and keep our confidence up. And all our coaches, I love all my coaches, every last coach. They keep it cool. They tell us not to do nothing bad. They pray with us. If we need a ride or something, they'll give us a ride. They don't ever charge us nothing at all. And that's why I thank all my coaches.
Well, I can tell you for a fact that they absolutely love you guys. Now, here comes Ramsey. Now, I see you guys started grinning. I mean, 'cause, look, last year they were in this state championship game against Gulf Shores. So, what are you looking to do when you face Ramsey?
Win. Yeah, we just most definitely win. Like, as we go into this game, we don't just look at any game necessarily as more important than the other. We're just taking it one game at a time, just trying to handle each opponent one opponent at a time.
I'm focused on winning. That's it. That's the number one key. Cause we win, go out there, do what we have to do. We'll come out with a dub. I ain't worried about none of that talking. I'm just gonna let my work do the talking. So
I love it.
I really ain't got too much to say, for real. I don't really talk about what I'm gonna do and stuff. I just do it. I just go out there and I just do it. I handle my business every game. Yeah.
Well, there you have it, folks. Your players of the week, all about the business. Grabbing the lunch pail. Let's give them a big round of applause. They sound like they are in the right mindset is what I was trying to say. So we're going to take a quick break. We will be right back with more from the Big Clay Coaches Show right here at Walk-Ons in Trussville. Hey everybody, I am Freddie Flowers, the voice of the Cougars, here with head coach Stuart Floyd and Landon Maynard of Walk-On Sports Bistro here in Trussville, Alabama. We want to announce something super exciting. I'm going to turn it over to Coach Floyd to let you know exactly what that is.
Yeah, we want to announce our brand new coaches show that will be filmed every Tuesday night live here at Walk-Ons in Trussville.
And we're going to be discussing the game, the players, exciting plays, and the season outlook and the goings-on in 6A R6 and all the happenings of your defending state champion Clay Chalkville Cougars.
Us here at Walk-Ons Trussville, very excited about this coaching show and being a part of the Clay team. So we want to offer a 15% off discount on food to all of Cougar Nation. Just make sure to wear your Cougar colors. Tell the server about you supporting Clay, and we'll be sure to give you that discount.
Yeah, so come join us every Tuesday night for the Big Clay Coaches Show live here at Walk-Ons in Trussville. And as always,
go Cougar!
You're blessed with a God-given talent. By golly gee willikers, you use it. Introducing the new thick style burgers from Milo's.
Everybody goes to Milo's.
Game day at Walk-Ons is just different. And it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block. Hand peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp. Hand carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys. And hand slicing, then tossing our boneless wings and our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day. The Walk-Ons way.
Creative Entertainment is a full entertainment company providing DJs, photo booths, live bands, 360 booths, cold spark, special effects, and so much more. We are so honored to be partnered with Clay Chalkville High School as their entertainment sponsor for this year. We would love to be a part of your next event, whether it's a wedding, corporate event, private party, you name it. Our information's here below. Please click the website or give us a call. We look forward to being a part of your next event.
All right, fans, we are back. This is Freddie Flowers, the voice of the Cougars. We are having a fantastic show thus far here from Walk-Ons in Trussville, Alabama. We want to give a big shout out to Landon, who allows us to do this every week, and we are having the time of our lives. We intend to be here as Santa Claus gets to about bringing his sleigh. Hint, hint, that means we're headed towards a state championship. That is the goal. And with that being said, we're going to talk a little bit about our region. Right now we've had every team getting a win except two, and that would have been Huffman and Pinson Valley. So we really haven't gotten to the meat of the schedule yet. But 6AR6 is going to be something to deal with, especially with one of the new members being Mountain Brook. So right now, as it stands, we're looking to be at the top of the mountain, if you will. But so there's a quick recap of where the region sits after basically like week 1. But I have somebody very special sitting with me who is working with our Cougars. And if you didn't know, former New York Giant, Chad Slade.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Doing good. Can't complain. Blessed to be here.
So when I said, wait a minute, Chad Slade's coming to Clay? I said, I kind of did the James Brown, well. Because, first off, I've always had an affinity for the big guys. Everybody wants to talk about, the running backs or receivers or cornerbacks, what I call the glamour position.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the guys in the trenches that get all the work done.
Absolutely.
So I always have a special, because nothing happens. This isn't 7-on-7.
Oh, no, not at all.
And I remind fans, this is not a 7-on-7 deal. Okay, you got to have those guys up front getting the work done. What I wanted to ask you about, how did you get into playing football? What was it like as you first started playing and into your high school career?
So growing up into my high school career, I had a coach, Jake Hibbs, that's with us now in Clay. He's probably been my inspirations of being in the football world because I had to learn how not to be soft or how to actually play the game and how to be a man and things like that. I had some great coaches on the staff that helped me out. I had some great teammates that also pushed me to be to the point I am today, and I couldn't thank them more enough for everything that I've been through.
Now, your college days, what was that like?
Oh, that was great. I came in my first year. We won a national championship with Cam. The next year after that, I started my journey on starting as a redshirt freshman, and after that, I started 49 straight games at Auburn. Played for another national championship, lost that one to Florida State, but also won the SEC championship against Missouri that year. So I thought I had a pretty good college career. I was blessed to be around some great players. Cam Newton, Trey Mason, Nick Marshall, of course, as an offensive line, I had Reese Dismukes, Greg Robinson, Sean Coleman. I've been around some great offensive linemen to learn about, too, as well. So that's been a blessing for me as well. So.
Now, just a little inside fact. What was it like living in Sewell Hall?
So I didn't get a chance to live in Sewell Hall. I got down there. It was actually Tiger Hall at the time. So we had the new dorms being built over there close to the dining hall. So,
yes.
But I had a couple of friends that actually live in Sewell, so I'll go over there to go eat with them. And looking at Sewell, it's such a legendary place to be. I've that's where Bo Jackson stayed at. My cousin that actually played for Auburn at the time, Stacey Danley, he actually lived in Sewell too. So I've heard a whole lot of stories about Sewell Hall.
Well, fun fact, I have what they call it, a day job. And that New South Donahue, my name is in the concrete in the foundation.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
There.
So we was one of the first classes that actually got to stay in that first South Donahue dorm. So when it first got built, we had the first people to move into it, and it was kind of weird because we was right across the street from the complex. So just being able to be that close, not being able to be late, you had no excuses to be late. So that was a good thing about that. So
yeah, and a fun fact, and I kid you not. We're trying to finish the thing, okay? And everybody's moving in, and all the rooms have these 42-inch TVs in them. But here you guys come with 70-inch TVs talking about, hey, can I put this on the wall?
Absolutely.
And I'm like, I don't even own a 70-inch TV.
Absolutely.
I'm like, I want your parents.
Oh, yeah. Look,
I want your mom and dad.
We had to be able to play the games with each other, so that's what we got them 70 inches, and we sat in there and played the games as a team. So that's how our Crawley got built. So. Well,
yeah, I'm more of an Atari guy, but that's just telling you how old I am right there. I can't get down with an Xbox or a PlayStation. I feel like
I'm in the time with the Sega Genesis and all that, the Wii's and all that stuff. So we still did all that. So us big guys in there playing the Wii, you hear the floor going doom, 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 all different kind of things because, it's all 600 pounds up there just jumping around.
Yes,
so.
I heard that. I absolutely heard that. So you go to the NFL. What was that experience like, getting ready, obviously the combine, and getting ready to get drafted?
It was a very very, very good process I had to go through. Of course, I didn't get drafted at the time, so I went undrafted. So, I knew I had to work harder than everybody else that once I got there, and I feel like I did that. Once I got in there, my mentality changed. Once you get in there, it's not about who's the best. It's everybody's the same, and you got to do what you got to do to make a living at the time. So at the end of the day, I knew I had to go in there, and, I had to prove myself, and I did that for 7 years as an undrafted free agent. And, as the most time they say, the NFL stands for not for long, but at the end of the day, in my head, I thought that, I'm a prove everybody wrong and do what I have to do to make these teams and, and have a successful career that I did.
So taking that experience, as an undrafted free agent, because, when you come out and considering the teams that you had played with in college, and you're thinking, everybody wants to be drafted, and that's what you're preparing for.
Yeah.
So you get to the NFL, and you're with the New York Giants. And what was that experience like, being in the NFL? The process, the training, the scheduling.
Oh, you just have to go in there and really get a mind for it. Like, you got to go in there and get a routine. So once I got there, I had to learn from the older guys of how their routine sets up, of how they get there the first thing in the morning, and how their workouts and how their training sessions go. So I kind of went under the older guys' wings and, just try to, whatever they did, I did. So, if you had to get in at 5:30, be the first one in, be the last one to leave, that's what I did to, get the job done. And I try to impress the big guy. Impress the veterans of the group. I didn't want to be that, they always told me, like, once you get in your rookie year, don't go in there and bother the veterans. Go in there and do it as you told, because at the end of the day, they hold your hopes and dreams as well of being on the team as well. So I just had to learn from, everything that I went through. I learned from some great veterans I had in that room once I got in New York as well. So, and I made a lot of good friends, a lot of good teammates that also pushed me, and we also pushed each other to that point that we're going to make each other great. And that's how everything went through everything. So.
Okay, so now you're at Big Clay. How do you take all of that experience and apply it to these young men?
So I tell them all the time, you got to use me as a resource, because, I never thought that, as I was growing up when I went to Moody, I didn't have these resources of having an NFL thing. So I tell them all the time, pick my brain. I tell them all the time, it's all about technique. It's all about getting your hands inside and, working with Coach Hatcher. And he's probably the best O-line coach in 6A, if I had to say, because we could talk the same language. He played at JSU, so we can always have that conversation of how to play offensive line, or how to be a technician, and how to, drive somebody off the ball, and how to stay inside out on pass protection, because it comes so much with offensive line that people don't understand. We just don't just block people. It comes with knowing the defense, knowing what's out there, and knowing what the quarterback is, and also knowing the play and the snap count as well. So we have to know a lot of things to go into it. So I tell them all the time, pick my brain if you got to. If anything you need, call me if you got a chance, and I help you any way possible and everything like that. So I think they've been doing a good job of that as well, because I thought we played pretty solid last week.
And that's great, because that was one of the big questions everyone had, because, we lose Jaquan McCroy. You lose Brady Phillips. We have another player that transfers out, in which, that happens. So everyone's looking like Clay, like, whoa, where's that offensive line that, has been such a monster the last few years? Yeah. And it looks like we pretty much got more of the same, and we're glad that you're aboard to be a big part of that.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad to be a part of it. I tell them each and every day, get 1% better. That's all I ask for. Don't use, go to the next play. You're not going to always be perfect. At the end of the day, go to the next play. So, of course, that, we had all the transfers, we had everybody leave, but at the end of the day, it's time for you to step up. It's the next man up mentality. That's just how football works, and that's how offensive line works. It's next man up. So, hey, just because they leave, that don't mean that we don't need to fall off. We need to continue to go in and continue to be what Big Clay is, and being physical, going out there and protecting Fry, protecting all these the skinny guys and all that stuff. That's why I call them the skinny guys.
The skinny guys, I love it.
Protect the skinny guys out there. So, hey, if a skinny guy's down there and he's running down the field and he gets tackle, you go pick them up. That's your job. You go out there, you're the protector. So that's what you're the insurance of the offense. So that's why I try to go out there and just preach to them. Go out there and just play physical, do what you do, and the rest will take care of itself.
Well, that is awesome. Well, Chad Slade, we're glad you are here with us this evening. Fans, let's hear it for Big Chad Slade, a member of the Big Clay family. We're looking for the great things from him this year. We're going to take a quick break. as you go and protect some skinny guys out there.
I got this.
You got to protect them, right? We'll be right back.
Walk-ons is just different, and it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand-cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block. Hand-peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp. Hand-carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys. And hand-slicing, then tossing our boneless wings and our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day. The walk-on's way.
When you're blessed with a God-given talent, by golly gee willikers, you use it. Introducing the new thick-style burgers from Milo's.
Everybody goes to Milo's.
Creative Entertainment is a full entertainment company providing DJs, photo booths, live bands, 360 booths, cold spark, special effects, and so much more. We are so honored to be partnered with Clay Chalkville High School as their entertainment sponsor for this year. We would love to be a part of your next event, whether it's a wedding, corporate event, private party, you name it. Our information's here below. Please click the website or give us a call. We look forward to being a part of your next event.
I'm Brett Rogers, your trusted local real estate expert and the owner of the Brett Rogers Realty Group at Keller Williams. My team and myself take pride in making the home selling or buying process as painless and easy as possible. While a transaction can be stressful, we make it our job to take as much stress off of you so that you can enjoy your investments. We are not just here to sell houses, we are here to build relationships that will last a lifetime while helping your home dreams come true. When working for buyers, we work tirelessly to get you into a home at the best price and help you make sound decisions for your family. When the time comes for you to sell that home, we are here with the marketing expertise to showcase your property to the fullest and get you the greatest amount of profit into your pocket. We are here to guide you every step of the way with honesty and trust as our core values. Pick a partner you can trust when your biggest investment is on the line. You can visit our website at brettrogersrealtor.com or you can call me anytime at 205-540-1182. And let's get you to the closing table.
All right, fans. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Forget the introductions. Because we are here at Walk-Ons here in Trussville, and I'm Freddie Flowers, the voice of the Cougars, and I'm going to take a moment to shut up and eat this Boom Boom Shrimp Taco.
I don't believe you, Fred.
Watch this, Coach.
So good. So good.
Wow. Listen, Coach, these Boom Boom Shrimp Tacos, if y'all haven't had them, y'all need to get after them. Matter of fact, why don't you finish the segment, and I'm going to finish this.
I don't think so.
Say anything.
Anything.
Discuss.
No.
I'm waiting on you, man. Anyway, no, we're going to get on with it. This is really good. What did you have there, Coach?
These are the Cajun Dillas.
Oh,
I don't know if you say Cajun Diaz or I say Cajun Dillas.
You might have to get Landon to help us out with that one. I think it's Cajun Diaz.
I don't know what it is. It's good as what it is.
That is absolutely the truth. Got a
little red beans and rice over here, too.
Yeah. So you fans, make sure you get on down here to Walk-Ons and run through the menu. Everything is just delicious. And we're going to do our best to run through the menu. We can promise you that. As a matter of fact, let's get on with this segment because I know these tacos are going to be waiting on me here. Our next opponent is the Ramsey Rams. And Ramsey has been good for quite a minute. Back in 2016, we faced them in the first round of the playoffs, and they sent us home. Had a kid named Benico Harley. It was pretty good. These Rams are pretty good as well. Just last year, they were facing Gulf Shores for the 5A title. Yeah. And what do you see in the Rams that if there is a concern, that would concern you the most?
Well, I think offensively, when you watch them, they got athletes. Quarterback, he's a big kid, good-looking kid. He can throw it, and he can run it when he needs to. I wouldn't say that's what they specialize in, but he can definitely make plays and extend plays with his legs. So I think, number one, you got to stop the run, and then we got to tackle well on the perimeter. They do a lot of perimeter screen type things, so we've got to tackle well in space. And I think the gang tackling is going to be pretty important this week. Defensively, you go back and watch we all watched the Parker game this week, preparing. And, other than a few busted plays, I thought they got after Parker pretty well. So it's not a game we take lightly at all, and a team that's used to winning, that starts the year off 0-1, that's a dangerous team because you want to get back to your winning ways. And so you got to imagine their coaches are, doing anything they can to get their kids motivated. They know it's going to be a pretty competitive game. And so it's not a game we overlook. And I still remember that 2016 game. That's one game I haven't gotten over because I felt like we should have beat them that year. I told the kids about that Monday. I still hadn't forgot about that.
Yeah, I've discussed that game with several people myself, and I'm always reminded that if the game was 39 minutes, we win.
Yeah.
And, of course, you have to tell your players, look, quarters are 12 minutes long, 48 minutes. Just because you think you're there or you think you can doesn't mean that you will.
Yeah.
You have to play all 48 minutes. So it's very important. What do you see defensively in Ramsey that, you tell the players about? You're right. They were able to get after Parker. And so defensively, what do you tell your players? Your offense, pardon me. What do you tell your offense as far as dealing with Ramsey defense? They fly around the ball.
Yeah, the first thing I told on Monday was, that score wasn't indicative of actually how that game was actually played. So don't look at that score and think, anything about it. But you watch the tape. I think both the tackles, one of them plays both ways. I think QB Reese's brother's one of them. He's very, very athletic. Gets after it pretty good. Has got, pretty good interior moves on the inside. One of the ends is very athletic, so that's always a problem. Linebackers, two of them maybe are new. The Mike's back. He's probably 225. He's a thick kid, played last year. So they got some experience. I know they've got a bunch of new guys in a lot of spots. But it seems like the strength of their team is that interior, the D tackles, the linebackers in the box. That seems to be the strength of the team.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree with that. And so for this trip, we go to Legion Field.
Yeah.
Legion Field being what it is, it's huge relative to, most high school stadiums.
Right.
And, they're going to have a raucous crowd there. I'll say they're a lively bunch, if you will.
Yeah.
So, how do you prepare the players for that kind of environment? Because one of the things about playing at Legion Field is just that sense of largeness being what it is. Even though, hey, we're playing 53 and a quarter wide and 120 long, taking into consideration the 10-yard sections for the end zone. You look around and you kind of see this big old thing, where UAB has at one time played. You had the USFL at one time playing there. A lot of legendary games played there. Guys, we're going to Legion Field.
Yeah.
Do you speak to them about that at all? Or, hey, this is just another piece of turf. We got to go out there and do what we got to do.
Our kids, they don't know anything before like 2005, so they have no reference of what Legion Field means. Unfortunately for us, we got, most of our seniors have played in Alabama Stadium. We've played in Protective Stadium. So large venues and big games, whether they be on ESPN or whatever, that's normal for us. So it's not like it's our first time with the bright lights. So that's an advantage for us.
And I would agree with that wholeheartedly. So we're going to move in. We got a question of the week. And this has to do with AL.com.
Yeah. Wow. not happy about that.
Yeah, because now there are some similarities between you and Coach Cheek, probably about the chin.
Yeah.
You know,
we're both
it's
white.
A little bit gray.
We're both white and we have beards.
Both white and have beards.
That's
and I think that's probably about the extent of it.
Yeah.
And I heard from a number of people.
That hurt bad.
And I tell you, they were like, hey, what's up with Coach Floyd? I said, what do you mean what's up with Coach Floyd? Did you see AL.com? What? And then, of course,
yeah. Put him back on there.
Yeah,
put him back on there.
Can you guys put that on the screen there? We want to see if
he looks nothing. We look nothing alike.
Nothing like that.
Yeah,
there
I
it
don't
is.
see it.
Yeah, there it is.
I don't see it.
I don't know how AL.com missed that one.
Wow.
So what was your initial reaction? Because I got up in the field house and they showed it to you, and your jaw just hit the floor.
Well, I mean, the night was already kind of weird with the penalties, but then that just kind of sent me over the top.
So now the question of the night is, who is the better-looking coach? Who is more photogenic?
I'm not. I don't even know what to say.
Now, somebody out there was raising their hand. I'm not going to say who it was.
You could ask my wife. I think she can answer it. Yeah.
She votes for the bald guy.
Sorry, Cheek.
Well, fans, first off, Coach, as always, it's always great talking to you. Another great show this evening. Fans, we want to remind you to make sure, first off, come out and support your Cougars at Legion Field at 7 p.m. That is a Thursday night. I want to make sure everybody understands that is a Thursday night, 7 p.m. kickoff at Legion Field as your Cougars travel 59 South to go to Legion Field to take on the Ramsey Rams. So we want to see you there. And if for some reason you can't be there, make sure to check us out on Moxie Media, Clay Chalkville Football, and YouTube. Hit that like button, ring that bell. Moxie Media thanks you for watching us and for appreciating what we do, but more so we appreciate you, the fans, and your support of Clay Chalkville Football. So, Coach, we're going to close it out as we always do. We want to say God bless each and every one of you. Good night, and go Cougars!
Walk-ons is just different, and it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand-cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block, hand-peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp, hand-carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys, and hand-slicing, then tossing our boneless wings in our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day, the walk-ons way.
Creative Entertainment is a full entertainment company providing DJs, photo booths, live bands, 360 booths,